Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Ultra League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Aggron. Aggron is a very interesting and fun Pokemon for the Ultra League, and I wanted to run it. I had a couple of sets left over yesterday, so last night I decided to just run Aggron for my last two sets of the day yesterday. And my goodness, did I have tons of fun with Aggron, guys. I wanted to take full advantage of everyone running Talonflame in the Ultra League. And my goodness, Aggron is one of the better counters to Talonflame. And my goodness, are there a lot of Talonflames, guys. I honestly would not be surprised if, 3 out of 5 teams had a Talonflame. That is how crazy it is. So we're running Aggron as the closer on this team. And also, in the lead on this classic ABB style team, we've got Florges. I am having tons of fun running Florges in the Ultra League. It has excellent coverage on the meta as there are so many dark types, so many Giratinas, so many fighters and pseudo fighters. Florges just has a field day in the Ultra League. And Florges will be the lead on this team. And of course, Florges on the lead wants nothing to do with the poison jabbers and the poison dark types that you often see in the Ultra League. So we've got 2 solid steel types behind Florges to provide the support for the poison type weakness. And also on this team, we've got XL, Galarian Stunfisk. Had to provide some time-tested, proven excellence on this team. So we went with good old Galarian Stunfisk on the safe swap. Stunfisk is one of the best safe swaps in the Ultra League because even with a type disadvantage, Stunfisk is so OP that it can still flip switch advantage in some matchups. So we're running Stunfisk as the safe swap. And on Aggron, we're actually running Heavy Slam because one-shotting fairies is quite fun. But I had a blast. With this team. Had so much fun with it. Aggron has tons of fun. And Heavy Slam was proved to be a solid choice. Typically, you would run Thunder, but we're running Heavy Slam. And here we go. We've got a Grand Bull on the lead. We've got 2 amazing answers to Grand Bull in the back. So we're going to safe swap to see what they have in the back. And they come in with an Alolan Muk. This is not an answer to Galarian Stunfisk, guys. They might be super weak to G-Fisk. And we're going right for this Earthquake. And they let it go. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is why it pays to not bait sometimes, guys. And we're just going to dominate this Amuk. And yeah, they had just about enough of that nonsense. And they decided to top left that one. I don't blame them. That's going to be a good game. Well played to this battler. Starting things off with a bang in the Ultra League. Stunfisk nearly one-shotting that Alolan Muk. You'd love to see it. Had a blast with this team today. And on Aggron, I seriously considered running Dragon Tail, but ended up going with Smackdown for this reason right here, guys. We got Talonflame on the league, got a safe swap into Stunfisk. We can win this, but they swap into Swampert, an excellent answer to our Stunfisk. We got way ahead on energy. A lot of battlers would bait right here, but they're not baiting here. We're taking out the Swampert with a Stunfisk, guys. Holy smokes, they let that through. They probably thought we were going to bait with a resisted Rock Slide. We don't bait on ground types with Rock Slide. And we shielded up a Hydro Cannon. Could have been an Earthquake. We kind of want to flip switch advantage here. This is just another Hydro Cannon. We can tank 1. We definitely can't tank 2. Now we'll go for the resisted Rock Slide. This will not KO, but it will get the Swampert very low. And they are holding on to those shields for dear life. Looks like they want to give us switch advantage. And we are A-okay with that, guys. Oh my goodness, they're going to come back in and think that they're getting tons of farm with their Talonflame. But my goodness, guys, do we have something for this Talonflame in the back on our team? Going to grab a shield with a Rock Slide on our way out. And here we go, guys. It is Aggron time in the Ultra League. You love to see it. You love to see it, guys. Aggron is going to have a field day with this Talonflame, with the double super effective fast move pressure from our smackdowns with stab. Aggron's going to tank these flame charges all day. Aggron says, hit me again. Not a big deal. Going to just farm this Talonflame right down. And we say bye-bye Talonflame. And they've got an Abomasnow in the back. My goodness, Aggron is putting on a clinic against this team. Going to grab a shield with a Stone Edge and then look to seal the deal with our Florges here. We are still up a shield. Florges can tank some damage. Just the Weather Ball, not a big deal. We're going to look to get to the Moonblast. This is going to be doing tons of neutral damage with stab to the Abomasnow. And all we need to do is get to a Disarming Voice. Looks like they are going to look to threaten with an Energy Ball. We are so close to this Disarming Voice. Going to shield it, and we do call it correctly. We get to this Disarming Voice. This Abomasnow is absolutely within KO range. And we say bye-bye Abomasnow. Holy smokes. That is going to be yet another good game. Well played. Guys, it is astounding how many teams are so weak to Aggron in the Ultra League. It is quite astounding. So many teams are like double weak to Aggron, which is amazing for this particular team. And right on cue, here we go. We got a Shadow Wall Rain. Our Aggron is looking pretty good in the back, knowing that they have a Wall Rain on their team. And this battler is really good on their counts. They know the counts for Florges, and they know that they win CMP tie. It takes us 6 of our Vine Whips to get to our Disarming Voice. So they built up to 6. So they're loading up on energy here. Going to go for the Moonblast, and they shield. So that lets us know that something in the back is weak to our Florges. So right here, we're going to shield this. We want to preserve some health on our Florges. And gonna look to get off a Disarming Voice. Or no, we're gonna catch. We knew that they were just 2 off from the next Icicle Spear. So we catch that on Stunfisk, and we bank some energy on our Florges. And here we go. It's a good thing we did, guys. They've got a 4-armed monster on their team known as Shadow Machamp. I don't know if there is a more intimidating Pokemon in the Ultra League than Shadow Machamp, but we've got just the answer for this Shadow Machamp here. Our health is getting pretty low, but we have loaded energy. Going to threaten with a Disarming Voice, and we do grab that last shield. We are resisting this fast move pressure. Going to look to get to another Disarming Voice, and because this is a Shadow Machamp, this will absolutely KO, which is amazing because we got that out of the way. We still don't know what else they have in the back, but we have a fully healthy Aggron that is going to feast on this overpowered Walrus here in front of us. Kind of lost track of energy, but we wasted this shield here. We should have known that that Walrein was energy dry. And they have a Gyarados on their team. Holy smokes, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Gonna look to send this Gyarados packing with a super effective Stone Edge. And this can be nothing but another Icicle Spear, which is absolutely resisted. And we did get through a super effective Smackdown. And we say bye-bye to the overpowered Walrus, known as Walrein. And we also say good game, well played. Guys, are you beginning to see what I mean about how many teams are so vulnerable to a Smackdown user like Aggron in the Ultra League, and it is quite nice to see. And we are met with a Gengar on the lead. This is an awful lead for us. Gengar actually resists everything that we could possibly throw, so we go into Stunfisk, and they meet us with a Scrafty. So, not looking very good. Hard countered on the lead, hard countered on the swap. We're going to try and pressure some health on the Scrafty. Scrafty can absolutely tank an Earthquake from Stunfisk. Only brings it into the yellow. Scrafty is quite tanky in the Ultra League, and this Scrafty is just going to have its way with our poor Stunfisk here, but we can easily come back in with our Florges. They did take us out with a foul play. Was expecting a power-up punch, hoping that we could get off another Earthquake and pressure a shield, but they decided to take us out, and we're going to overload on energy. We know that this Scrafty poses 0 threat to our Florges, so we are just going to max out on energy and look to get rid of it with a Disarming Voice. What we want to do is get close to a Moonblast, because although it is resisted on Gengar, Gengar is pretty squishy, so gonna look to get off a resisted Moonblast with Stab. It does do quite a bit to the very squishy Gengar, and we come in with Aggron, and they've got an Obstagoon in the back. Holy smokes. Oh man, the hard counter phenomenon strikes yet again in the Ultra League. Mon for Mon hard counter team. This is obviously GG's for for us. There is not a whole lot we can do. Countered on the lead, and they had 2 hard counters in the back to both of our Pokemon in the back. It happens, you know. We should really just be top lefting here. This game is literally impossible to win. It's unfortunate when you get matched up with teams that you have 0 chance of beating. It's basically an automatic loss, but it is what it is, I suppose. We take out that Obstagoon with a disarming voice, and this Gengar is just going to put us out of our misery, and Shadow Claw is down. That is unfortunate, but good game, well played nonetheless. That was an interesting team for sure. A different take on Poison Double Dark. Typically you would see that with Nidoqueen on the lead, but they had Gengar. I like it. Might give that a try sometime, but we are met with an Alolan Muk. Gonna swap in the Stunfisk, as most Alolan Muks are running Poison Jab these days, and they are. And they meet us with an Escavalier. Oh man. This thing is trouble for our entire team. It actually core breaks the team a little bit, so we're going for this Earthquake, and most battlers expect you to bait, guys. And they paid for it there, guys. We went right for that Earthquake, and that did quite a bit of neutral damage. And because they let that through, we are happy to go down on shields to preserve our switch advantage. We're going to look to get off a neutral Rock Slide, and that would KO from this range, of course. Escavalier is a bit on the squishier side, and if we shield this up, we can farm down from here. There is no way that they're going to make it to another drill run before we can farm them down with neutral mud shots. And there you have it. That is what I was talking about. And Stunfisk being one of the best safe swaps in the Ultra League, it can often flip switch advantage, even with a type disadvantage. And you love to see it. And they come in with a Primarina running Charm. So we tried to grab that shield with a Rock Slide bait, but they are not falling for it. They are hanging onto that shield. Gonna bait again. We're on our way out, and these Rock Slides are starting to add up, but they are not giving up that last shield. So we're just gonna come in with our Florges and look to farm the water type Primarina all the way down. We can tank whatever this is. Primarina does run Psychic, and it is a Psychic, and we can farm down. They make an aggressive play back into the Alolan Muk, and it is Aggron time, guys. We are, of course, double resisting this fast move pressure, and they go Acid Spray there. That is definitely not the play. It's not worth it to try and get that double debuff before you get off a Dark Pulse. I think you just go straight Dark Pulse, especially knowing that you are up a shield, because you can get to 3 of your moves before we can get to 2 of ours. So if they had just gone Dark Pulse on that first go-around, they would have preserved more health on their Alolan Muk. So slight misplay, going for the debuff first, but it is okay. Hard to make those calls mid-battle, but they take us out with another Dark Pulse. We had some loaded energy on our Florges. We're going to say bye-bye to the Alolan Muk, and we're going to farm down that Primarina, closing the game strong with Florges. You love to see it. That it's going to be a good game, well played to our opponent. And that concludes the first set of the video. Had a blast with this team. We've got more battles coming right up, but we got a nice 4-1 on set number 1 of the video. So far, so good with this Aggron team in the Ultra League. And again, you could run Dragon Tail on Aggron, but I'm not sure it's worth it. The only dragon you really have to worry about is Giratina. You know, if it were more of a dragon heavy meta, you might consider running Dragon Tail, but there are too many Talonflames and Walreins to not run Smackdown, but we got more coming right up here. Again, guys, I was so pleasantly surprised with Aggron. I was thinking a lot of teams are really weak to the SmackDown users. Most of them double weak, guys. They just don't account or expect you to have a SmackDown user. And here we go. We got another Talonflame. Shocker. Someone running Talonflame on the lead in the Ultra League. What a shocker. But we're going to come in with our Galarian Stunfisk and look to play this out. We can win this. We do outpace to the double super effective Rock Slides. One Rock Slide will not KO Talonflame. Coming from a Stunfisk, though, you do need to land two. We did shield up the Flame Charge, and they make a play into Greedent. So... this is looking like a very, very strong and popular team comp of Talonflame on the lead, Greedent safe swap, and Scrafty in the back. That's a very solid team that I actually featured on my top 5 best teams for the Ultra League. So knowing that, we should probably really fight hard for Switch here, but for some reason we don't. We just let all the damage through, just trying to... do some damage of our own with our Stunfisk, but knowing that it's looking like that team, that there could possibly be a Scrafty in the back, we definitely should have fought a little harder for Switch here, because this Rock Slide will not KO, and this Greedent is going to farm us down and flip Switch advantage. So kind of put ourselves in a tough spot there. I'm not sure why we didn't fight hard enough for Switch. But we're going to come in with our Florges and just let all this damage through. We're expecting a Scrafty in the back. Florges does not need to be super healthy to handle a Scrafty. We know for sure that there is a Talonflame. So we're just going to hard farm the very bulky and tanky Greedent. All we need is a loaded move for the potential Scrafty. We know that they're down on shields. Moonblast will absolutely one-shot Scrafty coming from Florges. Gonna make a play into our Aggron. And oh my goodness, there is an Alolan Ninetales running charm. That is definitely not a Scrafty, and this is why we run Heavy Slam on Aggron. Let's say bye-bye to the Alolan Ninetales. That is double super effective, and this Talonflame is just about done. Holy smokes, guys. Oh my goodness. Do you see what I mean by teams being double weak to Aggron? Holy smokes. Good game. Well played to our opponent. Guys, if you haven't thought about running Aggron lately in the Ultra League, hopefully this video might sway you one way or another. This is insane how much work Aggron can put in the Ultra League, and we are met with a Giratina. It's running Dragon Breath. That's an amazing lead. They make a play into Wall Rain, and it is Aggron time, guys. This is what I am talking about. So many Wall Rains all over the place, so many Talonflames. Aggron just feasts on these overpowered picks that people love to use in the Ultra League, and we are really starting to eat away at this Wall Rain. Gonna go for the super effective Stone Edge, and we do grab a shield. That is quite all right. We can farm down. We did shield up the potential Earthquake, and this could be another Earthquake, and it is. So that is an amazing shield. Earthquake does one-shot Aggron, unfortunately, as it is double super effective. And they've got a Escavalier on their team. We're going to go for this neutral yet hard-hitting Stone Edge with Stab, and they let that through. Holy smokes. We're going to look to farm this Escavalier, and holy smokes, Aggron putting in the work in the Ultra League. My goodness, guys, this is insane. Aggron is just going off on the entire Ultra League in this video. All they have left is that Dragon Breath Giratina. We are double resisting this fast move pressure. We do grab the last shield with that Moonblast, and we are looking to be in cruise control here. Florges just absolutely dominates Giratina, and they saw the writing on the wall. How about Aggron putting in the work, guys? My goodness. Good game. Well played to our opponent. How about that last battle, guys? This team was just working for sure, guys. Of course, it does have its weaknesses, as with any team. It does lose pretty hard to the Poison Double Dark line, but every team has its weaknesses for sure. And we are met with an Alolan Muk running Poison Jab, so we go into Stunfisk. They meet us with a Kingdra. Very good pick. Nice pick for the Ultra League. Gonna go straight for this Earthquake. Kingdra can definitely tank one, but it does do quite a bit of neutral damage. And gonna tank the Octazooka. We can definitely tank an Octazooka, no problem. And gonna just play this out. We would like to flip switch advantage if we could, because we definitely don't want the Poison Jab Alolan Muk anywhere near our Florges. So we're gonna go for the Rock Slide, and they let their Kingdra go. That is amazing. Our Stunfisk is still relatively healthy. Definitely healthy enough to deal with this Alolan Muk, as we are triple resisting this fast move pressure with our ground steel typing. Gonna go for the massively super effective Earthquake. We do grab the shield there, and you know, we're looking at the health on our Stunfisk, thinking we can take out this Muk, but they Acid Spray us there. Holy smokes. That is interesting. They baited it with an Acid Spray. And we're going to call this as just another Acid Spray. And even 4 times debuffed, guys, the Poison Jabs still don't do very much. Going to go for another Earthquake. And they shield again. Makes me think that they are weak to a Steel type in the back. Very interesting how they're playing this. Something doesn't want to see a Stunfisk. Going to shield this up and try and get rid of the Alolan Muk here. And they catch it on a Venusaur. Very interesting how they played that. Venusaur isn't particularly weak to a Steel type, but I'm glad they tanked that damage, guys, because that did just enough damage to the overpowered Venusaur to where our Aggron will have a much easier time with it. The neutral Frenzy plants do hurt quite a bit, and we are just chunking away with these smackdowns. Of course, they're going to take us out with another Frenzy plant, but this Venusaur is just about done. We can come in with our Florges and look to close this game out. This Alolan Muk is still very healthy. I'm thinking we can maybe take it out with a Moonblast. Shields are down. They're going to definitely just go straight Acid Spray here. But we do get to the Moonblast, and this will definitely make it very close. I wasn't sure if it would KO, but apparently it does. Holy smokes. Florges closing the game strong yet again. I am loving Florges in the Ultra League. So glad I built it. That's going to be a good game. Well played to our opponent. Telling you guys, Aggron was quite the eye-opener with this team in the Ultra League. It did not disappoint. I've ran it in the past, but wanted to really see how it would do with how the meta is today, and it did very well. And we were met with a Jellicent on the Leadrunning Hex. So we're going to play this out a little bit. Pretty neutral matchup, and they do outpace us to the Moonblast, but they don't to the Disarming Voice, so we're just gonna go straight Disarming Voice. We are applying super effective fast move pressure with our Vine Whip, which is one of the reasons why I really like Florges in the Ultra League. They get off a Shadow Ball, we tank that, and they go into a Registeel, so we come in with Stunfisk. We can win this, and we would like to win this because we don't want our Florges anywhere near this Registeel, and we definitely don't want our Aggron anywhere near it as well. So we kind of have to take this out with our Stunfisk. Gonna look to go for the Earthquake. Registeel can absolutely tank one. It is about as bulky as a Pokemon can get. Super effective damage. Doesn't even look like super effective damage. That is how bulky it is. And gonna tank this Focus Blast because we can comfortably tank a Focus Blast from Registeel. And we're gonna go for the Rock Slide. This will not KO, but it will put it within farm downrange. And that's kind of what we want here if they decide to no shield, and they don't shield, and they come in with Jellicent. So that is right why we just went for the Rock Slide, just to have some loaded energy. Gonna look to get off an Earthquake, and they do shield. So we're coming back in with our Florges. We kind of want to take the Jellicent out, so we're going to shield up what could have been a Shadow Ball, and they bait with a Bubble Beam. My goodness, that is awful. And gonna look to bait with a Disarming Voice. See if we can get that last shield. And they no-shield it. What the heck? This battler making all the right calls in this battle up against us. Gonna go for the second Disarming Voice, and we get the shield there. So they played this matchup very well, making all the right calls. They're gonna take us out with a Shadow Ball. And we come in with Stunfisk, and they've got a Walrein in the bag. This is awful. This is awful because shields are down, and of course Walrein does run Earthquake, which is bad news for our Steel Rock type Aggron. We did get off a super effective Rock Slide, but Walrein is very bulky and tanks it very well. They take us out with an Icicle Spear, and we are shredding with these Stone Edges, but they get to the Earthquake. And the big question is, will this one-shot our Aggron? And it does! Closing the game out. Lights out for us. We really needed that to not one-shot, but it did. Not a big deal. Good game. Well played. Guys, are you beginning to see the power of Aggron in the Ultra League? There are so many teams. I can't say that enough. It is astounding, guys. There are so many teams that are very, very weak to Aggron, guys. It is astounding. And we are met with a Shadow Walrein on the lead. And it looks like they do know the counts. They are building up to one of our Disarming Voices. They do outpace. So what we're going to do is just go to nearly back-to-back Disarming Voices and see what they want to do. If they shield, we'll know that we'll need to make a play into our Stunfisk, and they do shield. So we're going to go for another one, and if they're counting correctly, which it looks like they know the counts, they'll let this go, and they do let it go. So what we're going to do is time one of their Icicle Spear is going to shield this one, and we know that they are just 2 off from the next Icicle Spear, so we're going to count to 2 and catch onto our Stunfisk, preserving some health on our Florges because they did shield. They were looking to win lead, so we go into Stunfisk, catch that successfully, and they've got a Giratina. So that's what didn't want to see our Florges. That is why we decided to bank the energy and preserve the health on the Florges for the Giratina. But we're thinking we can flip this because this Giratina is running Dragon Breath. And with our Steel typing, of course, we resist the Dragon Breath fast move pressure. And the Shadow Sneaks don't do a whole lot to the very bulky Galarian Stunfisk. Gonna go for another Earthquake. This will not KO the Giratina, but it will get it extremely low. Giratina is an absolute tank. And this is just a Dragon Claw. They did not build up to a Shadow Sneak. So we're going to tank this, resist the Dragon Claw. And now they are definitely in Rock Slide range. Going to go right for the Rock Slide. Not going to build up to the Earthquake. And the reason why is we really want to make them think as to whether they want to go down on shields or lose switch. And they decide to let their Giratina go down. That is what I mean by Stunfisk being one of the best safe swaps in the Ultra League. And they got a Talonflame. Oh, man, guys. It is Aggron time if I've ever seen it in the Ultra League. You love to see it, guys. Walrein and Talonflame on the same team equals a very good time for Aggron. We say bye-bye Walrein, and it is lights out for that Talonflame. What a way to end off the video, guys. Dominating a hyper meta team with both Talonflame and Walrein on the same team. You love to see it. Good game, well played to our opponent, and that is the team, guys. How about Aggron? Core breaker extraordinaire in the Ultra League. You love to see it. I know I do. Oh, that was amazing. So satisfying. So many teams are double weak to Aggron in the Ultra League. I hope that I was able to demonstrate that to you guys with this team for Aggron. Had a blast with it. It is amazing. It is amazing. Such an eye-opener. I wasn't really sure. I had been thinking about running Aggron this go-around in the Ultra League and finally decided to do it. Like I said, last night I had a couple of sets left in the day. So I said, to heck with it. I'm just going to run it for the last 2 sets and see how it goes. And my goodness, did it go well, guys. We got a couple of solid 4-in-1 sets with Aggron in the Ultra League. How about that? Who would have thought? But of course, you have to have the right team around it. Aggron is can be a very awkward Pokemon to use, especially if you don't have the right team around it. That is the key to having success with Aggron in the Ultra League. And I think that we were able to accomplish that. So it's a double steel backline with a fairy on the lead. And the fairy type of choice is Florges. Because I like the flexibility of Florges. With that Vine Whip fast move pressure, you put a lot of pressure on the very strong water types like Jellicent, like Swampert in the Ultra League. I like Florges. That is my fairy type of choice in the Ultra League. And of course, you have your choice of running Psychic on it. I'm going with the double fairy moves. And of course, we round that out with a solid backline, guys. Aggron in the back to close it out. You safe swap Stunfisk to draw out the hard counter. Usually a fighter or a water type. Then Florges can come back in, take it out, and you are free to wreak havoc with your Aggron once the hard counter is out of the way. The team worked out beautifully. I was pleasantly surprised with it. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, do give the video a like, as that really is the best way to really help the channel out. Hit that like button. Let YouTube know that you like the content. That way they can maybe recommend it to others that might also like the content as well. But I had a blast, guys. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.